Hello everyone, welcome to Audition with Tobloba Ajayi. This is our very first video in the year and I'm very excited about it. More so, last year, January when we started Audition, I only had my phone. But thank God, now I have a camera and we can record better videos. So it's a testimony. Today I want to share with you what I feel the Lord has laid in my heart for somebody. So watch and be blessed. If you want to learn about life principles that have their foundation in the Word of God, that can help you move from where you are to where you're supposed to be, then hit the subscribe button now. It's that time of the year where a lot of people put forth goals and resolutions, and someone is discouraged saying that I did the same thing last year, I did the same thing the previous year, but nothing really worked for me. I sense the Lord will have me say that what you should do in this season is to start. What do I mean? Take the first step. Don't be afraid of starting small. Take the first step. For some people, they started with so much zeal, so much passion, but along the line they ran out of fuel. Now the Lord is saying that if you will trust Him in this season and not rely on your own strength, not rely on how much you think you can do, but you trust Him per day, you trust Him per time, trust Him per season. He said, at the end of it all, you will look back and say, wow, I've come far with God. That is going to hold your hands and is going to help you, but you must choose to trust Him. There are many people in this season, many things God has told you to start, you are yet to start them. You have delayed heaven, and now heaven is insisting that you start. If you do not start, how would you grow and how would you learn? If you do not take the first step, how would you grow and how would you learn? And someone is saying that I want God to tell me more, tell me more, tell me more about this, tell me more about that. I sense the Lord saying that that thing that He has told you is enough for you to start. God will not tell you everything. He will tell you one after the other, giving you instructions to follow. So you may feel that the instruction I have from God is not enough. God says the instruction I've given to you is enough for you to start. You just start with that instruction. And as you take the first step, you take the next step, more instructions will come and you find yourself knowing more about that particular thing. But you must start. Don't be afraid of starting small. Job chapter 8 verse 7 says that though thy beginning was small, he said, yet your later end would increase. Your later end will greatly increase. I heard from Apostle Joshua Selman that God does not throw people up. God lifts people up. So take time and go through the process. Take it one step at a time. This is the season to start and don't delay at all. Start that thing that God has laid in your heart. Depend and trust in the Lord for strength to see you through. This season your fuel will not run out if you will trust in the Lord. You don't have to worry. You don't have to, you don't have to accept the pictures that the enemy puts in your mind. The pictures of discouragement, the pictures of that is how I started, and along the line I just discovered that I lost fuel. Don't look at that picture. Rather look at the picture of God seeing you through. Picture in your mind, in your imagination, that you are going through this process and you are going through it successfully and you are not losing steam along the way by trusting in the Lord. This is the picture you should place before you in year 2020 so that you can achieve those things that God has placed in your heart. A lot of people are frustrated already, but the Lord is saying if you will trust Him and go back to those things that He told you. Some people abandoned what God told them and they were looking for other things. You abandoned the spiritual, so to speak. You are looking for the spectacular. God said, go back to that thing that I've told you. Your frustration is from the fact that you left the simple things God told you. And you were looking at someone else's experience. You were looking at what God told someone else. You were looking at something great that someone else is doing. Rather than focus on what God is doing in your life and start with that little thing. You see, that little thing can become something very great in the future. Jesus talked about the mustard seed. Now I'm bringing this picture. What God has shown you may be like a mustard seed. And you see someone that God has shown something and it looks very big. But do you know with that mustard seed in your hand, it's a seed and it can become a very great tree. So focus on that thing God has given to you. Your frustration is from the fact that you are not focusing on what God has given to you. You are not focusing on what God has shown you. You are looking at another person's expense. I feel the Lord saying that you focus on that little thing. And then watch it grow. As you walk in obedience, as you start this season with what He has told you, you will see that little thing become very, very big. And you'll be amazed at what God can do in and through your life. So this word is just to encourage someone out there that 2020 is a year where you should take God, you see, seriously with those things that He has told you. Don't joke with what the Lord has told you, and start what the Lord told you to start. Don't be afraid of starting small. You don't need to have everything in place. You don't need to be perfect before you start. Some of you are saying that I'm still having this issue in my life. I'm still dealing with that issue. How can I start with this? God is saying that you don't have to look to yourself. Just look to Him. Just look to Him. He is the one who chose you and who laid that thing in your heart. And He saw all those your struggles before He told you these things, before He laid those things in your heart. So trust Him that along the line you are going to grow in strength, and those things that may look very difficult today, you will overcome them as you trust in the Lord. So be encouraged in year 2020 and go and win for Jesus. Thank you for watching. If this video blessed you, I'd like you to leave your comment. Also like our videos and share them. And if you are yet to subscribe to Audition, please do so, and check every week for inspiring videos that can help you move from where you are to where you're supposed to be. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. If you want to learn about life principles that have their foundation in the Word of God, that can help you move from where you are to where you're supposed to be, then hit the subscribe button now.